welcome back to the episode. This week, we're back on Sergeant Square. This is the Mission 22 Square Body for Street Truck Magazine. If you haven't seen the last episode, go back and check it out. If you guys haven't heard about Mission 22, it is a foundation they put together to help out all of our active and inactive military. We're gonna give back by doing some work to Sergeant Square. We managed to get our rear end all modified, doing a bunch of stuff to get this thing to fit into our brackets, as well as getting our axles modified. This week, we're gonna be able to get our brakes put in, get this thing on the ground. We need to do that so we can get this bed mounted. So that's gonna be one of our tasks. Last week, we also got our complete bed assembled, including our wheel wells. We got that brand new bed floor cut up, even donated a little piece from the S2SO truck. We got all our angles done, all our welding done. So in this episode, we're gonna be blending all of our welds to make them look like this. We're gonna be doing a little bit of body work. We're also gonna be spraying on that poppy patina bed coating. So we got a little bit of work to do to get this thing on the ground, because come Thursday morning, I'm gonna be taking it out to Ocala, Florida for the Show Off Series show. This is gonna be the first time Street Truck's gonna be unveiling this truck as a roller. So I'm excited to be part of it. We got a lot of work to do, so let's get it done. So the other day when I was working on the welds, I was able to suck this wheel well in a little bit and kind of close that gap up. I'm pretty happy with the way this is gonna turn out. Once I get some seam sealer in here, we'll be ready to go over here. I haven't gotten to this side yet. As you see, I got about a 3/4 inch gap. I can fit my big fat finger in here. So I got some Phillips tip self tappers here. So I'm gonna throw some washers on them, get that thing sucked up in there. And then I'll pull out the self tappers and put some bolts in there and make it real nice. We'll throw a little seam sealer in and that'll complete that. I got a bunch of blending to do, so that's gonna be my next step. Got all these little holes all welded up. All this stuff's all welded. So we're gonna be doing a bunch of grinding, a bunch of blending, and make this thing look real pretty. So let's get to work. All right, Glow's working on the sanding of all of our Bondo. It's coming out pretty good. So meanwhile, I'm gonna come on inside this wheel well, start pulling out all these self tappers, drill them out. We're gonna put some 1/4 20 inch grade 8 hardware in there, get this thing set right. Let's start prepping the bed sides where we don't want any of the bed liner to go, like our top rail here. You know, prepping this. We're still not attached here, so we're gonna get this bed outside, so we don't have to worry about getting any bed liner spray on the cab itself. So we're just gonna kind of start taping off where we don't want it to be. We got our bed outside. We're very close to spraying the bed liner. As you see, we got our tarp set up because we have a little South Florida drizzle, but we don't want to let that stop us from spraying our Poppy's bed liner. So at this point, we're just gonna go around the whole truck with a 80 grit, very fine pad. Just gonna go ahead and scuff up all that new primer that I sprayed. Get this thing ready. We'll give it a nice wipe down with our wax and grease remover. Also a nice Poppy's product. We use this thing on everything. So once we get that done, we'll get to that next step. All right, we got our bed completely prepped and we are ready to go. We got everything taped off that we don't want sprayed. We got all of our bed liner product laid out here on the table. This kit comes with literally everything you need. It comes with your catalyst. It comes with 4 containers of your actual bed liner. You don't need any mixing cups or anything. You're gonna mix your catalyst right into your container. So as you see here, it's labeled on the top. You're gonna fill your catalyst right to the bottom of your threads. So it takes all the guesswork out. It comes with your spray nozzle. There's no pressure gauge on here, so you're gonna wanna make sure your air supply has some kind of gauge. You're gonna wanna spray your first coat at 40 PSI. That's gonna be your coverage coat. You're just gonna basically make sure you cover your sidewalls, whatever you're gonna be doing, with a nice thorough coat. Then you're gonna let it dry for about 30 minutes, and then you're gonna go back. You're gonna turn your air pressure up to at least 100, and you're gonna do another mist coat. shake vigorously for 2 minutes. All right, our first coat is all tacked up. It's dry to the touch. It's a little tacky, but we're able to go ahead and spray our next coat. I got my air compressor turned up to full throttle, baby. We're at like 100 and so PSI. At this point, we're gonna kind of stand back a little bit, let the spray nozzle about 4 foot away from the bed. We're gonna mist it, and it's gonna give it a nice textured look. The missing link has arrived. Our new brackets from Wilwood just showed up. Thanks to Caleb from Wilwood for getting these out to us in a jiffy. Now we're able to get these things on, get this truck on the floor, make sure this bed is nice and level. All right, now we got Sergeant Square on the floor. It's time to get this bed finally sit in place with some brackets. David's already got our 2 front brackets cut, 3/16 steel.
Yep.
He's got his little relief slots here, so he's gonna bend these up and make a C-channel. So these ones should knock out our way front mounts. So we'll get those on, get this thing set, leveled up. Right now it's sitting a little low, as you see, because we have it off the jack stands. We'll get this one leveled up, and we'll throw our 6 foot level on the bed, get the rear where it needs to be. Then we'll figure out our 2 mounting spots back here. We got the front looking real good. Our lines are pretty level here. Our gap between the cab and the bed are the same on both sides. We're reading level the cab to the bed on the front. Next step is we're gonna go ahead and make sure we're level front to back on the bed. And this side's looking pretty good, I think. Oh, this gotta go up. Up. All right. Boom. All right, we got our bed mounts welded on. I threw some primer on them. We got 6 out of the 8. I think that's gonna hold the bed on for now. I'm honestly just running out of time. I gotta get this thing loaded in the trailer now and get it to Ocala. So I did skip the rear front mounts. It was a little more complicated. And again, I just don't have the time. So we're gonna get this bed on, get our 6 bolts in. For now, we'll just throw a nut and a washer on this one so it doesn't fall out. But other than that, the truck is now ready to get on the trailer, man. We're gonna put the bed on, throw the tailgate on, and that's a done deal. Locked and loaded. We'll see you when we get to Ocala, Sergeant Square. All right, time to go. We got Chris here. Chris is getting his booth set up.
Let's do it.
This is gonna be Chris's first time seeing the bed, so well, at least the finished product.
Yeah.
I got you, bro.
Look at that Poppy's Patina.
Yeah.
That looks good. That's awesome.
All right, people are rolling in. Don Garlett has got his garage open. I guess this is his personal garage, so he just fired up a little dragster, so I'm gonna walk over and check the video. Oh, this is the motor.
It may not be.
That's Don Garlett.
No, there's the alternator down there.
And he's got a bunch of old and new drag cars in here. This looks safe. Sit on a bar stool on top of a 350. Sure. Hang on. Brand new truck slammed on some 26s. I overheard, and I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but I overheard in order to get a brand new truck like this to sit on its butt like that, you're talking about an $80,000 job. That is bananas. Very cool though. I've seen this truck before, LST. This is pretty cool. This is a new Dodge with a patina job on it. That Poppy's Patina. Shout out to Brian and Scotty over at Poppy's. And then you got this guy. This guy has got the set up, man. Got the camper in the back. Slam camper with the Steelies. The motorcycle in the back of the truck. Slammed Apache. Nice interior. And then if that wasn't enough, he's got his cooler to match. And he's got this old vintage scooter motorcycle thing, all matching. My dude has got that set up. Wow. Shout out to Buc-ee's. This thing's awesome.
It's an LQ4, so it was a low mile motor, so I just took the heads off. I did LS9 head gaskets, Brian Tooley racing, blower cam.
Right. Pro charge.
Yeah, I kind of want one of those.
How sweet is that?
I don't know, do they make one for a big block?
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
It's a sharp looking truck. What kind of power is it making?
It made 540 at the rear wheels. So it's
plenty of fun.
93 octane. You know, we probably could have squeezed a little more out of it if we would have ran E85, but
yeah, E85 is a pain. Yeah, you gotta love the whistle. AC, nice truck, man. Clean. All right, we've done some work to Sargent Square. We finally got here out at the show. We're standing here with Chris and Carly from Mission 22.
Yeah. So here we are, first time unveiling the truck as a full rolling chassis, and Carly gets to see it for the very first time.
We are so excited. We are so grateful to Street Trucks and Salvage to Savage. This is awesome to see this come to life. We're gonna help a lot of veterans.
Head over to sargentsquare.com. You can find out all the information about this truck, what we're doing to it, where it's going, where it's ending up, and you can also donate to Mission 22 right there. So that's great. We're excited. SEMA, here we come. It's gonna go across. It'll be in our booth at SEMA in Hot Rod Alley, and it's gonna go straight to Barrett Jackson, where we're gonna go across the block, sell the truck, give the profits to Mission 22, and it's very exciting.
I did talk Chris into letting me take the truck back to Salvage to Savage because I just can't hand it off yet, man. I'm enjoying the project. It's a good cause, so we're excited to be part of it. There's a lot of great people involved in it. You can check out everybody who is involved over on Sargent Square website. So Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace. Support.